Oi, welcome back to another video on the channel. We are back with the weekly updates, and today we got a few things to talk about. First things first though, upon booting the game, they do have this little message in the featured tab that says the Christmas spirit is alive at Big Ant. As a thank you for a great year, enjoy an extra 8,000 PTC on us. Speaking of pro team, let's go ahead and rip a pack real quick. There aren't any new packs, they just have all the sets available. I'm not sure if there's anything better than a 94 Renault. A little side note, these graphics for these pro team feature tabs look pretty sick. I'm a sucker for some decent looking graphic design. Anyway, let's get in here and rip one of these packs and then jump into the patch notes and play a game. Alright, so they also brought back the Ashes packs as well. I will do one of each. Use our 40 points, just sitting there doing nothing anyway. Starting off with the Ashes. A 93 Lindsay Smith. And for the rookie errors, the complete set, we ain't topping a diamond Renault, so let's see what we can pull here. Nothing but emeralds. 2 picks, so we'll go ahead and take the 2 emeralds and let's jump into these patch notes. Alright, so for the patch notes, they've gone ahead and added some more sliders, 6 to be exact. So they've added AI Captain's Challenge aggression, hold down penalty limit, only half players can fake pass, send off aggression, controlled movement tackle buff, and standing tackle release frequency. In addition to the new sliders, they've updated the big hit slider enforcing 0% values. They've updated defensive line behavior, rectified offside positioning during scrums. If you don't know what that's referring to, it's when you have the odd player standing way offside. They've also rectified offside core after Captain's Challenge restarts, a biggie improved support runner reaction, and of course the infamous improved stability. Alright, so here's what we're going to rock with for today's game. We won't go through each individual slider, but I will show you what the new ones do. If you want to copy these, I suggest pausing it. But yeah, starting with the AI, one of the new ones, AI Captain's Challenge aggression, and the description they say adjust AI team's chance of calling Captain's Challenge on close calls. Low aggression will only challenge very close calls. High aggression will challenge more close calls. For the hold down penalty limit, it says limits the number of tackles between each hold down tackle. Increase to have hold down tackles occur less often, decrease to have hold down tackle occur more often. For this I went the max, which is 20 tackles. I wonder if it will pick up the pace of the game a bit. If it gets too hectic, we could always just drop that back down. The last to do under the AI subsection, they have only halves can fake pass. And it's pretty self-explanatory. Enable to limit fake passes to half players. Disable to allow any type of player to do fake passes, so obviously we turned that one off, just for a little more variety. The next couple sliders are under tackles, and the first being controlled movement tackle buff. So for this, additional buff for tackles to succeed if using controlled movement when tackling. You want to increase the value to increase the buff given to tackles, set to 0 to provide no additional buff. I've got it currently set to 60, but that might be overboard, so we will just knock it back a bit. We'll go to 30% on this. It'll be interesting to see just how significant the buff is to controlled movement defense. If it is like too easy, we'll definitely just knock it back to how it was. Defending in this game is already too easy and I guess too one-dimensional, especially if you're comparing it to their older games. That's probably one of the areas that need like a complete overhaul. But I digress, let's move on. And the second is standing tackle release frequency. Adjust how often a tackle will end with a standing release instead of going to the ground. Set to 0% for tackles to be more likely to go to ground, 100% for less likely to go to ground. They've got this in there twice. It says that this will not affect the outcomes of tackles, only the animations. So for this I'm going to go with 0% in hopes that with players continuously going to ground, it'll give more time for us to set up an attack. We'll see how that goes and fine tune along the way. I think that's 6, right? Is there any in miscellaneous? No. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for the new sliders. We'll just quickly scroll for those of you that do want to copy this from the bottom to the top. Then we'll jump in and test these out. Alright, let's get into it. So there is plenty to look out for during this match. The updated defensive line behaviors one, and a biggie is the improved support runner reaction. Now, for the defensive line, I'm not too sure if it was in regards to player control teams or the computer. For the moment, we are in possession, and all I'm going to do is try to run through some set plays and try to pay attention to the tackles that we get and if they will affect the play the ball and just the ruck speed in general, because most, if not all, of these tackles will go to ground. I imagine we'll get some fast play the balls here and there. Plenty of big hits, that's for sure. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Sloan here on the return. Little step into a fend. Make some post-contact meters too. Oh bro, what am I doing? We should probably let them have the pill for a little longer, but we'll play the set through. That actually reminds me of the whole strip functionality being one-sided. There's like no defense to it, so I think they should definitely work on implementing a way to defend them. Not really having an issue with the set play setups, with the tackles always going to ground. What I am kind of noticing is if we do get dominated in a tackle, it will affect the playable speed, which is what should happen. Try something cheeky. Ooh, wins the contest. That's nice. With the tackles going to ground, it actually does feel like we've got a little more time to set things up. Could be placebo though. We'll keep playing. That was a nice little try. I do want some driving runs here. See if we get a quick play the ball off this. Definitely feels a little quicker. So it's pretty much how it should work. We get driven backwards, it's somewhat a slow play the ball. If we get some post-contact meters, we can get a quick one. You can kind of get quick play the balls off big hits too, like on the receiving end of them, which is weird. We keep it moving here. That's going to give us the ball again. We don't really want the ball, but we'll try to at least put together some decent looking plays. I'm just trying to utilize every single play they give. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it is what it is. That one was a little wonky, but we did make the line break still. Smashed a lot. Thankfully we turned down that ball spillage. Flat-footed Cody, you hate to see it. Yeah, I don't mind this pace here. Oh, what is he doing? Why is he so far back? We just need players to push up with the ball. Oh, that's nice. He's not putting it down for some reason. I was double tapping X. But again, I did notice that one of them wasn't pushing up. I think it was the center again. Who's on the side? Whiten? As we scramble to get a kick away. And take it on first contact. Was expecting a step or something. Ooh, high tackle. I don't want to go too crazy with trying to find those spear tackles and flying tackles, because if we get a red we might actually crash our game. That happened the last time I was animation hunting. Come on, give us some variety, some depth in attack. As they look to spread it here, some nice draw and passing. Taking it pretty deep into the line. Third, again, couple passes. Little settler for the cheese. As they throw the dummies out of dummy half. No pun intended. Last play, what's it going to be? The grabber kick hitting a couple of calves. I've seen that plenty. We want a basic draw and pass here. Through the line goes Hubner, plenty of space to move to. Gutho with a dominating tackle, a slow play the ball. Alright, something is happening with the line. I can't quite put my finger on it. The closer or the deeper we dig in, they like retreats. As they get the strip going. Jack DeBellin. 5 minutes to go. Shift to the right side here. We see it coming. The step into the fend and Latrell Mitchell. Too slow to switch to him. That's a nice little play. A little shift down the right edge. In pretty quick succession. I'm surprised he didn't fend his way into touch. 1 half in the bag. I don't mind it. I don't mind these settings at all. With the tackles always going to ground, I was a little worried that it would slow the game down too much. But there's like a mix, like we were talking about, there's like a mix of slow play the balls, which seem to be triggered by whoever's being dominated in that little, collision. So, offensively, if we're getting some post-contact like we were talking about, we've seen some quick play the balls off of that. And vice versa, if we get dominated in defense, it results in a slow one. That was a nice little play, by the way. See that? There was decent support play for the computer infield. But when we have the pill and are on the attack, our outside backs seem to fall off after the playmaker gets the ball. See if I can show an example when we get the pill back. And for the moment, Dragons making plenty of ground here, and the attacks varied too. It's not just the one-off running. Look at that, quick play the ball, try to take advantage. They stack in the left, cut out ball, we hold our nerve on the sideline. Last play, they're fairly close to the try line here. Grab a kick, easily defended. We can't make it out of it. Inside ball this time. Come on, give us more variety. Wouldn't mind them throwing an offload or two as they get a quick play the ball and a fend. A steamrolling fend. Kyle Flanagan. This has pretty much been all controlled movement defense. And it's been pretty dominant for the most part. I mean, look where they're giving it up. Inside the 20, looking for a clearance kick. And it's an awful kick with no distance. As it opens up here for AJ. And I definitely will be turning that controlled buff down a tad bit. They're pretty much doing the same to us. Nice draw and pass action with the big hits are in. Yeah, that's definitely not bouncing out. We do get out of dodge though. Oh, bro. Don't tell me this is back. I haven't seen that for several updates. It's gonna be slow. Decent speed. While pushing the wide ball. Alright, let's see if we can put something together to close this one out. So not much time left here on the clock. The set plays overall have been pretty decent, honestly. Way more functional than how they were in previous patches, that's for sure. I'm just trying to hit short balls for the most part, and inside passes, you know, the basics, man. They were pretty easy to do in the older games. Every time I try that play, it's like they back off. It's at the improved defensive line, them not biting on every pass. Especially on long shifts. Ooh, that was a nice little pass, but driven backwards. Last play of the game pretty much. We're gonna have to toss it up. Contest to end it. and it is well defended. Alright, not bad at all. I don't mind these settings. I might make a few tweaks because I felt like I couldn't put big hits on. I wonder if it has anything to do with the controlled movement, because I do like to scrub up before putting on a big hit. And yeah, we couldn't put one on that game. Other than that, the support play for the outside backs is pretty much still the same. For some reason, the center and winger drop off when trying to shift the ball out wide. I did notice that support play though for the inside players was a little better for the computer at least. We didn't get any captain challenges, hold down penalty limit wasn't really a factor. Early half players can fake pass, we turned that off, and we saw plenty from our hookers. For the send off aggression, we didn't want to really test it to its limits in case we crashed the game. These last two sliders though had a lot of impact on the game. For the controlled movement tackle buff, I will be knocking that way back as it was pretty easy to be dominant in defense, and for the standing tackle release frequency, I like what I have it on at the moment. Overall, another little step forward. For offline players, these last few updates have been pretty clutch. Continuously messing with the sliders just to find the perfect balance you like has been a pretty fun experience for me at least, and I've seen a few share that same sentiment. If you made it far into the video, let us know your thoughts on this update, and if you have good custom difficulty settings, share them in the comments. People are actively looking for settings to try out. For now though, we will be calling it there. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to run a share of that like button, and for more rugby league related content or more content in general, go ahead and drop a cheeky sub. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.